10 fighting games you've probably never played. Number 10, Plasma Sword, Nightmare of Bilstein. Because of the popularity of Street Fighter, Capcom never gave this game another chance to prove itself, but it had a diverse roster and unique movesets for each character. It was definitely one of the better weapon fighters out there at the time. Number 9, Dual Blades. This was one of the best fighting games on the Game Boy Advance. There was just impressive detail in the characters and their sprites. And not only that, but the characters actually felt quite unique from one another. But unfortunately, it was rated M, so it wasn't really being gifted by parents at the time. Number 8, Omen of Sorrow. This was a fighter with a dark fantasy aesthetic and a heavy metal soundtrack, and the speed of the combat was just so quick. Therefore, there was a little bit of a learning curve when trying to get into the game, but once you did get it down, it was very rewarding to play. Number 7, Thunder Ray. A very classic looking take on the Punch-Out games, and honestly, it's quite difficult to beat, but hey, thankfully it's beautiful to look at. Number 6, Them's Fightin' Herds. This was a My Little Pony looking fighting game. Honestly, it doesn't get better than that. And in this one, you can mix and match combos with regular and magic attacks. It's also got a nice story mode, and the art style is just very nice to look at. Number 5, Blade Strangers. A strange crossover fighting game that starred various characters from other indie games. I mean, they had people like Shovel Knight and Isaac from, The Binding of Isaac. As for the gameplay, it could be best compared to just your classic arcade fighter. But honestly, Isaac is a really crazy character to have. Number 4, Samurai Showdown. The 2019 reboot of Samurai Showdown seemed to have gone a little bit under the radar, but they had a very unique roster and added a ton of DLC characters. And honestly, this game played a little bit different than most because you really got to be defensive on this one. I mean, it feels like every attack counts during these battles. Number 3, Breakers. An old arcade fighter that seemed a little too close to Street Fighter, but the biggest difference here was the fact that the game focused more on movement rather than special moves. And they did that by giving each character a unique sense of movement. Definitely a cooler spin, but it is sad to see it be perceived as just a Street Fighter knockoff. Number 2, Killer Instinct. This was a 2013 reboot that not a lot of people played because it was exclusively on Xbox. But thankfully, it still had a lot of post-launch support with characters who had all these different mechanics, and therefore all the battles felt like they were their own unique game. And finally, at number 1 is Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising. This is a pretty recent fighting game with your standard anime art style. I mean, all the characters kind of blend in. However, what makes it really stand out is its accessibility to casual fighters. I mean, they offer simple inputs and more technical ones for people who, are kind of tryhards, so it's really nice to see them cater to both sides of the spectrum. But overall, it plays really well, and they have a lot of characters, and it's just a really great game. Anyway, that has been my list. If there's any games that you feel that I missed, then just please let me know in the comments.